And welcome to the Rock Radar. My name is Smitty from the What the Hell Everything podcast. Another reaction in my quest through space to open rock and roll minds, and mine primarily is the goal. Then yours by happenstance, if you happen to be a first-time listener to Siouxsie and the Banshees, which I'm first-time reacting, but not first-time listening. I've recently discovered them, even though I know that they are a band that I should have checked out long ago. I've been making it a habit to listen to my Grosse Pointe Blank soundtrack because I'm trying to get into that genre of music. When I say that genre, I'm talking about like 80s post-punk and things like that I never really got into, even though I am a child of the 80s. It always seemed like the cool kids' music. And I never got into things like Siouxsie and the Banshees, even though I've heard about this band for a long time, and I know they're a band I should have checked out long ago. So, like I said, I was listening to the Grosse Pointe Blank soundtrack, and I'm like, oh, who the fuck is this? Siouxsie and the Banshees, Cities in the Dust. Then, I was listening to my Stranger Things soundtrack. I used to listen to soundtracks all the time. That's not really true. But, in this case, I'm like, who the fuck is this? Siouxsie and the Banshees, Spellbound. I'm like, 2 in a row. This seals the deal. I need to add Siouxsie and the Banshees to this quest that I am on. And that quest brings me to the album from 1991, Superstition, and the song being, what? Kiss Them For Me. So this will be technically listen number 3, but the first reaction on this channel, and really deciding I want to go down some Siouxsie and the Banshees, the road. Let's go down the road and see what happens. But before we go down the road, let me get the message out, please. On April 1st, 2021, I ditched a career I absolutely hated to better myself and do the things I've always wanted to do. And that included my growing love and obsession with Ireland. I want to learn everything: culture, history, mythology, music, and the language. Which, if I'm being honest, looks really hard to learn, but I'm going to give it the old Smith try. Then, of course, there is my love of pubs and the role that they've played throughout history. And no better example of that than on that beautiful, beleaguered island in the North Atlantic, Ireland. April 1st, 2026, I depart for the Emerald Isle, and for 1 year, I'll hike town by town and conduct interviews with pub owners, pub regulars, historians, town know-it-alls, musicians, and basically anybody that wants to talk to me. If you'd like to support the project and the journey, basic Patreon support is only $3 a month, but just liking a video or subscribing to the channel and following the journey is just as helpful. I'm always looking for volunteers to work as liaisons for the project too, so if you live in Ireland and know people, feel free to hit me up. This is a huge goal and I need all the help I can get. The Smitty Learns Irish Pubcast begins April 26th and will be my life's work. Thank you. And without further ado, Siouxsie and the Banshees and Kiss Them For Me. Let's do it. Got some fun little Middle Eastern vibe going on. That chorus is definitely ringing a bell. A little bit, like just in that moment. I was like, I feel like I've heard that before, and that makes sense, you know. Again, I'm a child of the 80s and 90s, and this looks to be, according to the Wikipedia, their biggest hit, I want to say, at this point. Their first top 40 Billboard Hot 100 hit in the U.S., peaking at number 23. Album peaked at number 65. It also widened its musical influences with the arrival of musician Talvin Singh, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, who played tablas on this song. So I think I nailed that Middle Eastern vibe a little bit, first of all. Second of all, her voice, man, there's so... haunting is not the right word, but there is just something so fucking memorable about her voice. I don't know if I'll ever figure it out, but I think I will. Let's keep going. Pretty sure I've heard that bit. A lot of fun little clever things going on. Yeah, so many clever things happening in there. A lot of cool nuance, and all of that stuff working really, really well together. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I misspoke earlier when I said Middle Eastern influence. I don't know if that person is Indian. Sounds like it may be, and I'm like, is India part of the Middle East? It's part of Asia? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The point of the story is that I really enjoyed that song. I'm pretty sure I've heard the chorus before, but there is just something about like her delivery. And I never even really knew her name was actually Siouxsie Sue, and I had always thought it was like Jethro Tull or Biffy Clyro or something like that, where it's not a real person in the band, but Siouxsie actually is, and that was fun. Any more suggestions for Siouxsie and the Banshees, throw them in the comment section, man, and let me know where the rabbit hole should go next. And that does it for me. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for joining. Please hit the like and subscribe and all the things you want to follow along. It's called What the Hell Everything, and that's the name of the podcast that I do as well, which could be worth checking out. You never know. Thank you. What the hell everything?